Welcome to Zone 6 Picks, your go-to source for daily sports betting predictions, expert insights, and free picks across the biggest games in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, MLB, NCAA, and more. We specialize in delivering accurate, research-backed betting content with no subscriptions, no hidden fees, just straightforward betting advice you can trust. Before we get started, a quick shout-out from my partner Zone 6.
What's up, family? Thanks for tapping in with Zone 6 Picks, where we drop game picks every single day. Straight free picks, no pay for play. If you like winning, this is the zone you need to be in, Zone 6. Just show the channel some love, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't never miss a money play. Let's eat.
What's happening in Zone 6? Today we got two exciting matchups in the WNBA, starting with the Indiana Fever going back home to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse this Saturday to host the Chicago Sky. And all signs point to another convincing win for Indiana. The line has the Fever as 10.5-point favorites, and when you break down recent form, head-to-head results, and key player availability, the gap between these teams becomes crystal clear. Both sides are dealing with major absences, but they've handled them very differently. Indiana is still without Caitlin Clark, yet they've maintained championship-level aspirations by leaning on their defense and balanced scoring. Chicago, on the other hand, is missing Angel Reese along with Courtney Vandersloot and Haley Van Lith. Michaela Onyenwer and Ariel Atkins are out or day-to-day, and it's shown in their play. Without Reese's inside presence, the Sky have been exposed on both ends. Indiana enters at 17-14 overall and 9-6 at home, riding 4 straight wins in their own building. They've covered the spread in 4 of their last 5 games, and their defensive identity has been front and center, holding opponents under 78 points in 4 of their last 5 wins. Offensively, they're shooting 45.6% from the field, ranking 3rd in the WNBA, and averaging 85.3 points per game. Aaliyah Boston has been the anchor in Clark's absence, averaging 15.1 points and 8.4 rebounds, with her work on the glass ranking among the league's best. Kelsey Mitchell is coming off a 34-point performance, showing Indiana has more than one go-to scorer. Chicago's struggles have been glaring, sitting at 8-22 overall. They've gone just 1-4 this month without Reese, ranking dead last in offensive rating for August at 91.1. They've scored over 67 points only once in their last 4 games, and their offensive rebound rate has plummeted from 35.2% to 28.2%. Their last outing was an 86-65 loss to Atlanta, and they've now dropped 4 straight against Indiana. That head-to-head history is telling. The Fever have swept the season series so far, winning all 3 meetings by an average of 25.6 points. Indiana's size, ball movement, and defensive discipline have consistently caused problems for Chicago, and with both teams' current rosters, there's little reason to expect a different result. Situationally, Indiana's home court advantage is significant, and the spread holding steady around -10.5 shows confidence from the oddsmakers. Chicago simply hasn't shown they can score or defend well enough without their top talent, while Indiana has proven they can still dominate shorthanded. Final pick, Indiana Fever -10.5. Projected score, Fever 88, Sky 76. For our next and final game, we got the LA Sparks heading to San Francisco to take on the Golden State Valkyries in what could be one of the most important games of the season for both teams. They enter with identical 14-15 records, each battling for that final playoff spot in the Western Conference. The market opened with the Sparks as 2-point favorites, but we've seen that line tighten to -1.5, and in some spots just -1, with Golden State sitting as the home underdog at +1.5. Hours later, this number Sky rocketed to +4.5, creating value for the Valkyries. I believe the market has overcorrected. Furthermore, the total has climbed from 164.5 to 166.5, back to 164.5, signaling expectations for an up-tempo, high-scoring matchup. The Sparks have been one of the hottest teams in the WNBA over the last few weeks, winning 8 of their last 9 games. Their offense has exploded, averaging over 100 points in 4 of their last 5 contests. Derica Hamby continues to lead the way with all-star numbers, while Rickea Jackson's scoring surge has made them even more dangerous. The return of Cameron Brink has added a rim-protecting presence, but defense remains a concern. They've given up 89 or more points in 5 straight games, making shootouts a regular occurrence. Golden State enters on a 2-game skid, but their home court advantage cannot be overlooked. They are 8-5 at the Chase Center, and boast one of the best home ATS records in the league at 9-4. Even more impressive, they are a perfect 6-0 ATS as a home underdog this season. While Kayla Thornton's absence hurts their offense, Tiffany Hayes has stepped up, scoring 14 or more in 5 of her last 8 games. Their offensive efficiency lags behind the Sparks, but their ability to slow games down at home and make them physical has been a key factor in those ATS covers. From a metric standpoint, over the last 5 games, the Sparks hold a plus 2.8 net rating, fueled by the league's 4th fastest pace and a 55.1% effective field goal rate. Golden State's recent net rating sits at minus 11.7, with offensive struggles showing in their 46.3% shooting efficiency. Still, their defensive energy at home, combined with their crowd impact, has been enough to pull off wins in similar spots this season. The head-to-head results this year add an interesting twist. The road team has won all 3 previous meetings. The Sparks took the first matchup, but Golden State claimed the next 2, both on the road. That history shows neither team has been intimidated by the other's home court. But the Valkyries' perfect record against the number as a home dog adds extra weight to their side, with the spread increasing and public action leaning toward Los Angels. This sets up as a classic value spot for Golden State. The combination of their ATS trends, home court performance, and the Sparks' defensive leaks makes the Valkyries a live underdog. My lean is toward Golden State to cover and potentially win outright in another tight battle between these teams. However, our official play is LA and the Valkyries to go over the total. Projected score: Golden State Valkyries 85, Louisiana, Sparks 83. Zone 6, let's run it back. We're rolling with the Indiana Fever to cover at home against the Chicago Sky, and grabbing the over in the Sparks and Valks. Also a tiny lean on the Golden State Valkyries, as live home underdogs to cover and potentially win outright against the LA Sparks. That wraps up today's breakdown. We've done the homework, crunched the numbers, and now it's time to cash in. Remember, it's all about bankroll control, smart plays, and letting the long game work in our favor. Zone 6 Picks is here every step of the way, so tap that subscribe button, drop a comment with your favorite play, and let's keep stacking those wins.